Hello, beautiful souls. You've seen that I fast forward the cards just to save us some times. And these were the cards that came out. This was the last card that also came out. That wasn't shown in the video, but we just wanted this to unpack these messages here instead of focusing on the shuffles. Yes, so now before we start this video, be careful with your ears because we're gonna ring the bell here. These are general readings. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. We ask you if you have any beings in the light that you would like to welcome into this space, please do so now. If you have specific angels, ancestor, or spirit guides, maybe even passed down loved ones, please ask them to join us now. And of course, I ask my spiritual team to protect the energies that are involved right now. So all that are here with your energies that we are picking up, we will release after this video. Your energy is being respected. So thank you for that time of the introduction. And we are going to reveal a little messages at the end. So we ask you to pick a number from 1, 2, or 3. So whatever you feel resonate, and remember, in this channel, we are practicing our intuition and our inner power. So feel free to see if you have had any signs or seen many of number 2 or many number 1 recently. So try to work with your intuition and what you've seen around you, because Spirit speaks to us in different ways. Okay, so this reading today felt very on the shadow side. It is a lot of ego happening here. So let's just start with this side. So here we have the Tower. And the Tower usually speaks of sudden changes. So I feel like there will be a sudden change for someone, and a breakdown of old structure will happen here, or is already in the making. So we picked the card 7 of Pentacles underneath it, which talks about there is a procrastination. So as this Tower is occurring, that's why we feel there's a lot of ego involved, because as this is occurring, you see it's upside down. We can see a lot of shadow, and then more of in the dark side, wanting something to grow but not putting in so much work. So it's a feeling of something is shaking, whoever this is for, something, it's an energy of shaking something up to shake you out of your place, because we can sometimes get stuck in that same energy of not wanting to change, not wanting to go through with it. And over here we have 7 of Swords in reverse. So you're not being organized. Nothing is being organized. It's not that strange because we had the Tower here, right? So it kind of ties into each other here, why this organization is happening in this energy field for whoever it is. We might be speaking of you or the person at hand or the situation. You take it as it resonates for you, because it can be different for every person. So you need to have a different perspective here. I feel it's saying to us here that there needs to be a different perspective here, a little change in what is happening. Because underneath here we have the card Devil. Don't be terrified of seeing the card the Devil, because it's not a bad omen, but also again it speaks of the ego, like a lot of ego involvement here, detachments. You're losing a lot of your personal power in this situation. And if you're in the lower polarities, if this person is in the lower polarities, they are losing their power because they didn't do the work. They're expecting an outcome to happen without no investment in it. If you're in the higher polarities, it's asking you to go within. You need to listen to your own self. You need to ask yourself these uncomfortable questions as, what is my unhealthy habit in the present, in my life right now? What is my unhealthy habits? Sometimes we don't want to admit to them because it's been a pattern of how we cope with different emotions or situations, or even childhood trauma, because I feel it's very much in the shadow work. So it's a lot of it's asking you to work with your shadow side. If you can't work with the inner child, work with the shadow self. Okay, so we're going to take these top cards at the end and I'll explain why. So let's just keep going here. And here we got the Magician, but we got the Magician in reverse. Here again, there's a lot of ego and losing the personal power. Here again, feeling like you don't have control of a situation, creating from a place of ego. It's that energy of wanting to rush things through and not understanding that sometimes situation needs to unfold with them for themselves. And you need to connect to your inner power. You really need to step into your inner power and see that there is a lot of growth happening, but it's an uncomfortable growth because there's a lot of anger. I feel like anger, it's very hot and it's very angry. There's something very angry, and I feel it's tied into the ego. Is this child work? Inner child work. Yeah, you need to. Yeah, Spirit is saying go. You need to go move past the shadow self, because the shadow self is blocking this. You can't even reach your inner child because there's these blockages. But then here, all of a sudden, here comes masculine energy. And it can be a person, an older gentleman that is, maybe he's gone through this the same way, but he's feeling a certain type of way. He's having a generous heart. If you're a male and you're watching this, there's definitely an older gentleman that maybe has gone through the same thing and knows how this feels. And he's being very generous with helping you through an idea, giving you some help, financial help, maybe helping you to get to where you need to be. If you're a woman, there is an older gentleman that will become your friend, that will help you in your endeavors. A very generous friend, maybe even will end up becoming your lover, because it's just so beautiful energies here of coming in and giving this helping hand. But like always, just keep that in mind, because it's both higher and lower polarities that we are delivering these messages. And let's keep on going here and see. And we see here 5 of Pentacles, which is not a fun card because they're just outside the church. In here, they're all having a great time in there, and they're just suffering out here. They don't even have shoes, and it's just a lot of poverty. This is like a poverty card. And it's asking you to get out of this lack mentality of not believing that you can't receive. And I feel like it stems from this childhood trauma that needs to be worked through. So you can see money, the value of money, in a different way, because you're not seeing it in the right light, which is causing it to be even harder. In the higher polarities, it is basically saying that this relationship with money, you're changing this relationship with money. And you just need to have this, you need to let go of that fear. It's asking you to let go of that fear because it's holding you back. And again, it ties in with the ego. It keeps coming back here to me. Spirit is talking about that it's this ego that is holding you in that fear, that it won't be enough. You have to do more if you don't put in the effort. And it's like pushing too much, and it's making it stuck. You need to see that the world can be lack or abundant. It's how you view the world, right? Is that how they say it? And then we have Seven of Cups here in reverse, okay? What stands out here is the water, that the water flows, and there is an overflow that is being revealed here, and the sky is blue. So it's saying it's very calmly, and even though that there's a snake there, there's a feeling of you being calm, even though that it's very difficult. I get a feeling that someone is very calm in difficult times, whoever that was for. But here is this negative beliefs again coming up that is creating confusions and illusion. And because of this tower, if you're in the lower polarities, or if whoever is connected to this right here and looking at this from the lower polarities, it all stems from here, wanting to push or wanting to have it in a certain direction, and it's not happening, which is causing the illusions. And also here with the devil, if you have addiction, that's just making it even worse. So it's like you don't have no clarity at all here in those combinations, right? So it's asking you to just sit with yourself and be honest with yourself. That's what it's saying to you. So don't go all in. And here, because these cards are close to each other, when we pull them like this, it is asking you if there is someone that is giving you an offer. I don't know who this is from, but it just came right now. If there's an older gentleman that has a lot and he's giving you an offer here, if it is too good to be true, to be honest, usually it is. If you haven't done the work and you're in the lower polarities and someone is giving you this, we're saying right now, don't take that offer, because it will not serve you good. If you're in the higher polarities, you don't have to worry about that. They have no connection in that way, because you won't put yourself in that situation. If you've done the work, you know that, and then this person will serve as as someone that spirit has sent to you. Let's keep going here. And as we are reaching here to the end, we can see that we have the Sun card. And how beautiful isn't that? To end with the card of the Sun is absolutely beautiful. The Sun is illuminating everything, just shines the truth on it. See, the child is happy. It's a white horse. There are flowers, and it's just a happy, like the best tarot card that you can get. So having this at the ending of the reading here is absolutely amazing, because clarity and illumination is here for you. And these burdens that you've been carrying, if you're in the lower polarities, you're dropping them. If you're in the higher polarities, this card is saying to be careful, not making everything so perfect. You're being so hard on yourself. Whatever you're doing here, also it ties into this idea, it's coming through, that you're just over pushing it. You're making it in a way where you're losing a lot of energy of not benefiting anything back from it, not for you, not for anyone around you that you're trying to help. It's asking you here to just, you don't have to make it so perfect. Just do to your best ability and let go and trust, because it is pointing to exhaustions, okay? It's almost a burnout happening. So don't burn yourself up, because it's a beautiful ending here to this cycle, because 10 is also an ending. So you're ending something. It is beautiful. And as we were watching this, when I put the cards here, so I picked out, I saw that there were This card over here, that's a 7, and then we have 7 of Pentacles here again, and then we had 7 of Cups. So we got 3 sevens. Okay, so this is telling me that if you get a lot of sevens, your manifestation are right there. So it is saying that you have to work a little bit harder for your manifestation, especially in lower polarities. In lower polarities, if you haven't done the work, this is not surprising. But if you have done the work, yes, you have to work a little bit harder. That is true, to get that manifestation. But it's also asking you to activate your psychic abilities. You know, you don't have to work harder, you can work smarter, of maybe cutting down something. And you know, there are programs and computers, and there are different types of things. You know, if you walk somewhere, you can maybe drive there. You know, there is this, whatever it is for you that you need to organize again so you can fix it, that will be great for you. So there's just also that message I wanted to say, that because 7 is saying also that your intellectual is very sharp. You're very good intellectually. So you have all those capabilities that you have. But there comes the problem, because this reading points to the ego. So this intellectual can be so distorted because the ego doesn't want to help you. So if you believe that the ego is going to support you or help you, it will not help you. It will not. The ego is not made to help you. Half of your life, you're meant to build up a good ego. The other half of your life, you're meant to dissolve the ego. So if your first part of your life was not an ego that was well behaved, the other half is going to be hard. It's going to be difficult to get rid of these habits and patterns. So just remember that, but be gentle to yourself, because you don't want to work yourself down to the ground. That's not the point. So please take care of yourself, beautiful souls. And these top cards now, also 7 is about spirit. Spirit is saying spirit. Yes. Spirit is saying spirit. Yes, it's all about spirit. So spirit is here with you in this reading. These 3 sevens are saying that spirit is right here with you. You're not alone in this. It is okay, but you need to understand, and you need to see that these ego patterns are destructive. You need to look at them. Okay, because your mind is great. And when we go back here, it's saying that, okay, you're going through these difficulties, but still, if you want to vibrate in those high vibrations, you have to stay positive. Okay, so you need to take pleasure in everything that you do. It doesn't matter if you're doing the dishes, if you're walking your dog, if you're just outside doing some errands. Just be present, keep on breathing, stay present in the moment, and just enjoy everything. Because when you raise your vibration, you also get easier answers coming through. Okay? And here, this card was so beautiful, because when we got this card, we felt this presence of love. And just, there's someone that loves you so much from the other side. They love you so much, and they want to say to you that they're cheering you on, and that you're amazing, that you came this far. And I feel like if this person is passed on, they are sending a helper, as in the form of this masculine energy, to enter your life as a support. And if it's someone that you love from your distance, it's saying that that energy is always around you, loving you, supporting you. So just know that you are loved. Okay, it's just such a lovely feeling. Just right now, it entered. Hi everyone, the battery cut off, so we have to restart this video, which is quite interesting, because it talks a lot about this reading, about this ego that is exhausting and draining your energy, of sustaining something that clearly doesn't work. And we need to see all of the signs that are shown to us. And this was a powerful sign of saying that you really need to slow down. You really need to take a breather and assert yourself only when it's needed, and try to recover and rest. Of course, always do your obligations, but don't overextend your energy. Try to bring it back to yourself. So this was the card that we are ending this reading with, and it's Paul the Venetian. And this speaks of that there will be a divine inspiration gift that will be given to you from the divine, that will start your endeavors and maybe your future income also. So just stay in this beautiful energy and share your gifts with the world. No matter what that gift is, just share it to the world, because the world needs to see you. The world needs to hear it. So let's just end with a course of action. What can the viewer do? What action can the viewer take? Let's see here. And we have prosperity. Your actions have resulted in income abundance. See? So all of your, if you're in these higher polarities and you've done the work here and gone through all of this hardship, and you're coming at the end of the phase, Spirit is saying to you that you will have a reward. Spirit will send it to you as a form of income in different ways. Maybe something that was supposed to be paid off to you and was held back, you're receiving it now. Or some type of help. You know, it can come in so many different shapes and forms, but here Spirit is saying that your actions are being rewarded. So prosperity is here. That's wonderful. Give us more. Let's just take one more here. Okay, so the law of the attractions. See here in the ego feeds off of negative thoughts. And it's basically saying here that you need to keep your thoughts positive and surround yourself with positive people. If you're surrounding yourself with someone that's draining your energy by being negative, you need to just cut off that person, because you cannot afford to be around people that are draining your energy, that are blocking your blessings by this negativity. So this also speaks to yourself. There might be thought patterns inside of you that are negative. So just gratitude is the best key here. So I would suggest that you just say thank you. Just have a prayer. It doesn't have to be anything huge or big. Just say thank you. Just sit quiet and say thank you. Thank you. Don't be specific about it. Just say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Just give thanks. Look around you and see what you have in your present moment, because this will help this blockages to clear out, just to clear your mind. So that's your advice for the course of action that you can take. And these were your cards. We hope that these messages will help you forward this week ahead. And if you pick number 1, let's do your message here. These are small from the tea bags, yogi tea. I'm not getting sponsored by this in any shape or form, but I just love that they always have different messages written on them. On the tea bag, got a little paper there. So I've saved some of them. So let's just pick number 1. What message do they need to hear right now? Patience pays. So you need to be patient, beautiful soul. You're rushing something. Don't rush it. If you pick number 1, Spirit is asking you to be patient, okay? You don't have to rush it. It will be there when it's needed. Okay, let's go. If you pick number 2, Spirit, what does number 2 need to know? All of them that pick number 2. Every smile is a direct achievement. So smile more. If you feel like you're not smiling, you have a serious face, which is here with the ego. So it's asking you, you need to smile to relax that ego. Just smile, because when you smile, you actually don't think. So smiling is very, very, very relaxing. It can give you a lot of energy. So smile to a stranger. Look at yourself in the mirror and smile to yourself. Tell yourself you're beautiful, you're worthy. That's your message number 2. Let's see. What does everyone that's picked number 3, Spirit, what do they need to see? And what do they need to know right now? What is their message, Spirit? Grace is kindness, compassion, and caring. Okay? So it is asking you to, through this transition, number 3, you need to know that your grace will be everything. Okay? So just move forward with grace and still be kind, be compassionate, and be caring to everyone around you. So it is saying, keep standing there in your power of being graceful. That's your message. And if you couldn't decide of any number, or you decided on 2, that's okay too. It's just an extra message just to boost you guys and to help you and to make this a little bit fun, because going through this transition can be quite difficult. So understanding the higher polarities, also the lower polarities, give us a clear picture of everything, because everything is one, so we're all connected in some way. We hope that this message helps you, and thank you for liking the message that you're receiving. We appreciate that. Then we know that you enjoy these type of readings. And also have a wonderful week. We're sending blessings and love your way. Bye, everyone.